What is going on, guys? Rewinds here, and in today's video I am going to be bringing you guys my review for Boruto episode 236. So last episode we left off with the mobile fortress being discovered of the Funato clan. So this one starts off with Boruto and Kawaki getting sent off with Buntan to infiltrate this fortress on Kagura's orders. So the plan here is for them to go there and gather info right now, see what's going on, what the situation is, and to see if they can do anything to stop them, and if not, report back to Kagura, of course, because he is the one currently in charge. Meanwhile, you go to Doto Island and you see that Team 5 and Mitsuki and Sarada are also coming up with a plan of their own. Mitsuki and Sarada are being sent to rescue hostages, while Team 5 is sent to secure an escape ship. So this is a nice little plan they came up with. Pretty straightforward, and definitely one I think that they can handle. So another thing that happened before their plan was executed was that we cut back to Boruto and Kawaki, and the waters near the fortress are pretty rough. The current is pretty fast. So Boruto actually does something pretty creative, and I thought this was a really cool part of the episode. He uses his wind style gale palm after Kawaki throws him up in the air, and then Kawaki blasts where the gale palm is, and this sends Boruto flying towards the ship and gets him hooked onto there to help infiltrate, and then once he's hooked onto there, Kawaki and Buntan can come on as well. I thought this was a really cool looking moment, and I thought that it was a pretty nice addition to the episode. So as this is happening, we cut back over to Doto Island, and now we see the Funato clan people talking, and they find out that the Leaf Shinobi are currently on this island somewhere. So the head, not the head, but the captain or leader of the Funato clan on that island at that moment gives an award for anybody that can bring back these Leaf Shinobi dead or alive, and their award would be a gold nugget. So he pretty much put a bounty on them. Then we cut back to the fortress. So pretty much this episode, we're going back and forth between two little parts of the plot. We're going from the fortress to Doto Island and back, and then sometimes a little bit later in the episode we get to see Kagura and his ship. But for now, we cut back to the fortress, and we are introduced to Tenma, who is another son of the king of the Funato clan. And in general, his design, I'm kind of iffy on if I like it or not. He has like this curse mark type of design on his face. He does look unique, I will give him that. I'm just not sure if I'm a fan of the design. I know I don't hate it, but I could maybe think it's just okay. But not a bad one. And they definitely did a decent job making it feel like he had a threatening presence. So props to them for that, because he did kind of just show what this clan is about by taking out one of the soldiers in like a death match that they do, which seems to be a Funato clan tradition. And we also come to find out that Tenma is the second most violent member of the Funato clan, behind the actual king, and I believe the king's name was Araumi. So he is pretty dangerous as well, just based off rep here. Now we go back to Doto Island, and an island native tries to negotiate with the Funato leader over there by telling him that he can provide him intel on the Leaf Ninja if they let him go. And obviously, they played along. They probably weren't going to let him go, but they played along, and they got him to say that there is Leaf Shinobi already on this island to begin with, and that they were among the people that were already originally here when the Funato invaded. So Team 5 was technically exposed. Meanwhile, Sarada and Mitsuki are now freeing up the hostages. And As they do that, now this leader of the Funato clan that's on this island comes with a few of his lackeys, and they run into the hostages and Sarada and Mitsuki, and he tries to capture them by taking a few of the hostages hostage with a water style jutsu, and he tries to make them surrender. So this was a really cool part as well, because this is what the picture is of this video. Sarada actually gets him with a genjutsu. She makes him think that they're about to surrender. They just go down on their knees for a second, and right when this grunt leader seems to let his guard down, Sarada reveals that he was in a genjutsu, and she pops up from behind him and knocks him out. Really cool stuff. Probably my favorite moment of the episode. We haven't seen genjutsu in a while either, so I thought that was cool. And the Sharingan just being used to its fullest of capabilities now, rather than just being there in battle against people to keep up with moves. So I feel like this was a nice addition to the episode for sure. Now everybody's on the ship, and as they're on the ship is struggling to move, and you see some of these Funato grunts trying to climb aboard on the ship or trying to attack the ship. So you got Mitsuki fending them off, you got Iwabe and Metal fending them off as well. So what ends up moving the ship at the end of the day is Denki using his lightning style while the others were fighting, and that gave the ship a little bit of a spark to go. So everybody did a little something here. So I wouldn't say everybody stood out necessarily, but I feel like nobody looked bad, so that's a good part. I do think Sarada had the best moment here, of course. Mitsuki did fine. Mitsuki struggled with nobody. He did knock out a whole bunch of grunts. And then Iwabe and Metal were doing their thing too. You had Denki go and get this ship going, so everybody played a decent role, I would say. Now we move back to the fortress, and now we're nearing the end of the episode. And what Buntan actually does is she cures Kawaki's seasickness. I thought this was a really cool part too, because apparently in the Mist Village they learned some type of method growing up to get rid of motion sickness, because logically it would be a common problem there. So to have a solution to that makes sense. And Buntan pretty much expresses her mentality that we gotta kill them before they kill us, or like kill them before they kill you. And Kawaki shows that he really understands where this mentality of hers is coming from. And honestly, I do too. Sometimes when you are in this ninja world, you grow up in different circumstances, different environments. So sometimes you're put in these situations where you gotta get them before they get you. So that's what I think is being said here. So that's why Buntan's methods are a little more violent, and that's why it seems like, just based off how she's talking, that she wants to take them all out for good rather than to go and negotiate or just knock them out like Boruto might have tried. So different methods being shown here, and good stuff by Kawaki by showing that he's able to understand what she's saying. So overall, this episode I felt like overall had some parts that were okay-ish, and then there were some parts that were pretty cool, some cool moments. So I'm gonna give this episode a 6 to a 6.5 out of 10. It's somewhere between an okay to a solid episode. I wouldn't call it good, but I wouldn't call it bad or mediocre or anything like that too. It's just another episode that moves the arc forward with some cool moments, and I'm genuinely hoping the arc just continues to pick up, because I believe as of right now we're 4 episodes into this arc as of this recording, and I think that only one of them has been actually good, and the others have all been somewhere in the okay range. So it's not like it's doing horrible or anything like that, but I do think it could be much better, and hopefully episode 237 is just that. Based off the preview, it does look a little more promising, and it does seem like we're going to be getting a fight perhaps involved with Tenma. So we'll see how that one goes, and I'll be sure to give my thoughts in my review for that. But that's going to be it for this video. Let me know what you thought of the episode in the comments below. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe to my channel if you guys are new. Hope you guys have a good day or night. I'm Rewind.